Jalopnik is one of our favorite auto enthusiast websites, and this is a great article about vehicle titles and also a unique vehicle. This editor reporter wrote about how they purchased a Jeep, and they're kind of saying, I didn't buy a stolen car, but maybe I didn't buy a stolen car. 10 red flags I ignored. Okay, and this gets into a lot of title issues. First of all, this is an unusual Jeep. This is a weird vehicle. This is the Willys FC170, which a lot of people really like to have. It was abandoned near Seattle for 20 years. There's a red flag right there. Anytime you hear the word abandoned, it seems like, well, I should be able to get the title. We have many videos about that's not the case. So the person had seen this Jeep, and they were wanting to buy it. These are rare. Okay. The guy that was selling it said, yeah, I had one of these. Not likely. I replied to the man's message about 55 Jeep, realizing they didn't start making it until 2 years later. Red flag number 2. Here's the picture. Interesting vehicle, by the way. Love this vehicle. Let's let them load up and see what they look like. Look at that. Little flatbed, cab over Jeep. So, how is that a problem? These sell normally for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, but he was going to sell it for really, really cheap. It was in a sketchy warehouse, and here's the other thing. Ask about a title. No title. Undeterred, the buyer, I could figure out the title situation. That's another red flag. You probably can find a way to figure out the title situation, but not always. Showed up at the warehouse, sketchy, and Jeep looked good, but why was it buried in garbage? The seller told me it belonged to Farmer Joe. That was red flag number 8. What else do we got? I opened the door and peeked at the floor where the VIN plate should have been. There was nothing. Here's the thing. You got a car with no title, no VIN number, rare car, selling cheap, abandoned. Many red flags. Look, if you're buying a vehicle, don't let the greed or lust of getting a deal on a rare car make you blind to the fact that you don't own the car unless you have a title. Are there ways to solve some title problems? Some title problems, yes. But it's not guaranteed. If the vehicle is not eligible for a title, if it doesn't have a VIN number, if it's stolen, has liens, or if there's not a title scenario that works in your state or for that year vehicle, you're out of luck. Until you have a title with your name on it, you own just a pile of metal. It's not a car or truck. So Jalopnik is a good resource to warn people against running into problems with a vehicle, even though he said, right here, he's going to sell it for $2,000. I'd take $2,000 for a $40,000 vehicle. Too good to be true. Now, granted, are there barn finds that you can buy cheap? Sometimes there is. But until you have the title in your hand, that $2,000 is completely speculation, and you may be out the $2,000 if you can't solve the title problem.